ultra marathoner.
I won my first marathon. To accomplish this, you need to understand what's going on in the head of a marathon winner. To give context, a marathon is 26.2 miles or 42.2 kilometers. Running a marathon is incredibly hard, pushing the body, mind, and spirit to its maximum potential. But this is more. This is an ultra marathon. You can't fake a long run. You can't fake the long training hours to be able to win a race. Over a long enough period of time, it would be impossible to keep a man down who would never quit. And this is the story of my first marathon win. Originally, when I started running, I think I was kind of just looking for a way to test my limits, to push myself. Everywhere you look, people are pretty weak. And there's a lot of people that seek comfort and soft things. They don't really push their body. There's a lot of people that, in my opinion, kind of go their whole life and they hit a certain point and just don't actually physically push themselves. So my first run, I remember, was a half marathon. Within probably a month, I went to my first 50K, and then 3 days later I did 60. I think another 3 days after that I did 70. I think maybe like a month later than that it was 100. Look, when you run and when you push these distances, say you run a 30, well, could you have kept going? Yes. And then that keeps going farther and farther, so 40, 50, 60. And I knew eventually I would win races. I don't know if it would be a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. If I kept showing up, I'd always get better and eventually I'd be a winner. So 4:30 in the morning, we woke up, we hopped in the car, we were heading down towards the race, really pushing it for time. We didn't mean to be pushing it for time, but due to a bunch of different reasons, we ended up being almost late to the race.
All right, oh shit, go shit. Just give me a plain bagel toast with butter again. 50 minutes before the race, I'm grabbing a bagel. I've already had one, second bagel for the morning. That's how I'm fueling before the run. And we're going in here because I gotta use the washroom.
Yeah, and when we got to the race, I think we had like, I don't know, 10 minutes before the race started. Quick little stretches, and pretty much from there went right to the start line and started the race. Really, when I'm doing this, I'm going to do this or I'm going to end up in the hospital, is what I was telling everybody. I have some issues with my knees, my hips, different parts of my body. Really, today, I didn't care about that. I was moving forward no matter what. I was going to flip the switch and just try to win at all costs.
There they go. The start.
So the route for the run, it is the same loop 2 times. There's the marathon route and the ultra marathon route. I know kind of where the hills are, where I can attack, where I should take my foot off the gas. And honestly, winning is okay, but I just hate losing. I believe when I go do these races, I should be the best. I should win everything. That's always been my goal. My goal has been to be the guy that shows up to the race. Someone else shows up and goes, oh, he's there. I could definitely notice my knee was hurting the whole time. When it started to actually really hurt and maybe actually affect my stride was probably around 27, 28 kilometers. Really, I knew the rest of it. The knee pain wasn't going to go away. It wasn't going to get any better. As I said before the race, I already knew this was going to happen. I had already prepared myself mentally to just kind of ignore the pain for the next 2 hours or hour and a half or however long it is and just keep moving. So yeah, the pain came, but I was totally ready for it.
That's it, Ryan. Good job, man. Home stretch.
My dad, Scott, is very similar to me, or I guess I could say I'm very similar to him. When I was a kid, he gave me this mindset. He talked about the importance of effort and pushing myself. So really, I am the way I am today because of my dad, and he continues to support me. So for those of you who don't know, recently I ran across the entire country of Canada.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? We got day 39 running. What's going on, everybody? Oh, hey. Oh, hey! We are here in Moose Jaw today.
What's going on?
75 kilometers a day, every single day, no days off, 98 days in a row. So really, when I know that there's only a few kilometers left in this race, I can think back to the over 7,000 kilometers I ran. This is kind of nothing. Like if I just have to push and I got to push through pain for what, 10 minutes or something? I was doing that every single day. So yeah, my motivation can always look back at Canada and think, man, I did that. Okay, well if I got to run 50 or I got to run 20 or whatever the distance is, I'm good. I'll be able to do this. I'll be able to push through the pain because I've already proved that I can. We start the race. My goal pace for this, I was hoping to be around 4:30. That was what I wanted my average pace to be. I wanted to stick consistent with that. Really, my goal for this was to win. I wasn't going to set a PR. I just wanted to get the win. You're always worried that the guy's chasing you from behind, and you don't want to be the guy that leads the race for 90% of the race and then gets caught. So that's basically the time where I really started my kick and I started to go really, really hard.
Good job, guys. We're almost there, right?
I'm coming around the final corner. I can see the finish line. When you want to know what's going through my mind or people ask, what are you thinking? I'm kind of running so hard that I can't think of anything. Every time I finish a race, I always leave it all on the table. I go as hard as I possibly could. I mean, I didn't have to run a 3:20 pace. The guy was, I think, 12 minutes behind me at this point, but I am sprinting towards the finish.
If I'm not mistaken. Well, we all know who that is. Ultra marathoner. Well, it's Ryan Keeping.
And then pretty much immediately, as soon as I get through the finish line, I'm thinking about the next race. I'm thinking about the next time, how I can do it faster next time.
If you can run across Canada, I guess the valley's nothing, right?
How I can win by more. But yeah, you come through and really it's like 2 years of hard work to finally get this win.
That would be Coach Ian with one of his friends, likely one of those BLT runners.
Always going to try to get better, and we'll be watching back on this video when I get my next win at the next run I do. Let's go, and remember, flip the switch.